Introduction to Excel. In this video, we will learn the uses of spreadsheet, components of a spreadsheet, what are cell references, how to enter data, how to navigate in a sheet, move, copy contents of a cell or range of cells to another location, fill series of data in adjacent cells, how to find and replace text in a spreadsheet, how to do some simple calculations, and how to save an Excel file. So, Excel spreadsheet is a software used to organize and present data. Numerical calculations can be performed efficiently using spreadsheet program. So, basically that is the main advantage of using a spreadsheet. MS Excel consists of a grid with rows and columns, or we can say that it helps us to work with tabular data. It is user friendly, having interface with many options to format, insert formula, insert charts, and do some data analysis. So, first let us see how to open an Excel file and what are the components that are present in an Excel file. You can start Excel application by clicking on Start button and then selecting this MS Office application, and from which you can select MS Excel. So, this is one method, or you can just type the text Excel from the search box. You will get the Excel app, or you can open it from desktop shortcut, or you can click the start button and simultaneously you can press the R. So, you can get a Excel, you will get the run command, from which you can just type Excel and click the OK button. So, you can use any method to start the Excel application. So, here initially I am selecting the blank workbook. So, this is how your Excel window will look. First, let us see what are the components that are present in an Excel window. So, you can see the file menu, quick access toolbar, the tabs like insert, home, page layout, formula. So, you can see tabs. The commands are present in the form of ribbon. Next is name box, formula bar, sheet tab, status bar, scroll bar, page views, and zoom control. When you open an Excel window, so you can see the file name. So, by default it will be book 1, book 2, book 3, which can be renamed while you are saving the Excel file. So, entire Excel file we call it as an workbook. So, here we can see save, undo, redo buttons. So, there is a quick access toolbar. You can see the file option, wherein you can open a file, create a new file, save a file, print a file. So, there are tabs as we discussed. So, home, insert, formula, data. So, this is the command ribbon. You can see the name box and formula bar. We will discuss in detail about these options. So, coming to this is column header or column name, row number. So, column name will be A, B, C, D, E, F. So, row number will be in the form of numbers. So, these are scroll bar. You can scroll horizontally as well as vertically, you can scroll the sheet. So, you can also see a status bar, and you can see views which are present here, page views. And coming to the next option, that is zoom tool. You can increase or decrease the zoom option. so that you can enhance the visibility of the sheet. So, next we will learn how to enter some data. When we start working with Excel, that means when we start entering informations in a sheet, certain things we have to keep in mind. The very first thing is cell reference. So, cell reference are nothing but cell addresses. So, each and every cell in Excel will have some unique name or unique cell address. So, that is referred by the column name followed by row number starting from A1, B1, C1 or wherever the cursor is present. So, we call that as active cell. So, here in this example we can see that the cursor is present in C20. So, the cell reference is the column C and row number 20. So, Excel comprises of thousands of rows and columns. So, when you scroll this down in a sheet, you can find 10,48,576 rows and column will be in the form of XFD, that is 16,384 columns. While entering data, you can start typing and the entered information will appear in active cell. So, you can start typing the data. Once you complete, you can either use arrow keys or you can press enter to confirm the completion of entering data in a cell. If you want to edit, you can just double click or you can use F2 key. If you start typing without doing that, it will remove the earlier and it will replace the text with the new one. You can also use arrow keys, tab keys and enter key and mouse pointer to navigate within a sheet, to move from one cell to another cell or one location to another. In this sheet, we will start learning by entering some data in a worksheet. So, as you know the column name, so it will start from A, B, C, D, E, F. If you scroll this, you can see after completion of Z, it once again it will start from AA, AB, AC, AD. Okay. So, this goes on and you can go to the last column by using control and right arrow. So, this is the last column. Similarly, you can use control and left arrow to return to first cell. So, the last cell address XFD, that is nothing but 16,384. Similarly, I can come back to the first column. I can go to the last row by using control and down arrow. So, that is 10,48,576 number of rows are present. So, any cell as we discussed will have some unique cell address. You can identify the cell address by just clicking on this cell and this cell will become active cell and the active cell address is displayed in the name box. So, whatever you do in a particular cell, first the cell address will be displayed in name box. So, now it is C5, it is D7, E2, B2, A6. So, all these things will appear in the name box. Let us do something by starting typing in this particular cell. I will enter some information. So, I can enter some data. Once it is complete, you can use the enter key so that it indicates the completion. So, I will enter some more information here. So, this is how you can enter some data. So, you can navigate using arrow keys. I can go to left, right or up or down. using arrow keys. And you can also use tab key. So it will move one cell to the right. You can use shift tab, so you can go back to the left. So using mouse pointer also you can activate any particular cell. And to enter some data, you can just type the data. And one more thing you should remember, suppose if I type one more thing here, see. So this column is temporarily hidden. You can resize the column by holding the column divider. You can resize the column. So this is how you can enter some data. You can override by just clicking on that. If you start typing some new text, it will just get overwritten. Suppose if you want to edit the text, you can double click on this. You can do the correction. The cursor moves wherever you want. You can do the correction by one more method, that is you can click on this cell and then you can use F2, that is function key. Using F2 also you can do the editing in a cell. So one more important thing that you should remember, whenever you do copy or cut, you have to do some selection. So after selection only you will be able to copy the information or move the information to another location. So one cell is selected, you can select multiple cells by using shift arrow key or dragging the mouse button. Dragging the mouse by holding the left button. So this is selected. So selection is important. So we also call this as range of cells. That means starting from A1 to B4. So you can use the word range of cells. So you can select entire column by clicking on the column header. You can select entire column, you can select entire row, or you can select whatever the information you want, or by clicking on this small button you can select entire sheet. So now we know how to enter data, how to select so that you can use it for cut, copy or paste, and we know how to select column, how to select row, how to select entire sheet, how to edit the text, and how to navigate within a sheet. Now we will see how to use cut, copy and paste command. So Excel provide option to cut, copy and paste contents of a cell or range of cells from one location to another, or from one sheet to another sheet, or from maybe from one workbook to another. So for this we can also make use of shortcuts like Ctrl C for copy, Ctrl X for cut and Ctrl V for paste. So let us see how to cut, copy and paste. Now let us see how to copy or cut and paste the data. So before doing cut or copy, we have to select the text. So let say for example I want from A1 to A3, or I want from A1 to B3, or I want from A1 to B5. So I can copy the cells. So, after copying the cells, I can use the copy command. So, once it is copied, you can observe the blinking line, and after that I can place the cursor where I want. So, this becomes the active cell, that is A10. Now, if I click on paste command, the information will be pasted in this location. Still the blinking is on, you can, that indicates you can paste the information in another location. Once you find the copy or paste is completed, you can use the escape key, so that the blinking will be removed, the outline or the blinking in lines will be removed. So, it will not allow you to paste it further. Similarly, to use the cut command, I can select the text or range of cells, I can use the cut command, I can paste it. So, it is once if you cut and paste, that is over. That means, copy you can paste multiple times, cut and paste, it is nothing but moving the information from one location to another location. So, for this you can also use the shortcut keys Control C, Control X and Control V, that is for copy, cut or paste. There is an option in Excel called as clipboard. The clipboard is a temporary storage area that helps you to copy or move information from one place to another. Whenever you copy or cut, that will be stored in a clipboard. But the advantage is you can store or you can hold up to 24 different entries. So, while you are working with large data, you can copy from multiple places and you can store it in clipboard, and you can use the clipboard to paste one by one, so that you can avoid duplication of work, or you can avoid the navigation between sheets or files. So, the information will be present in clipboard. So, these are helpful when you are working with multiple data. In this example, we can enable the clipboard by clicking on the dialog box launcher button, which is present in the cut, copy and paste group or clipboard group. So, we can copy the informations, like you can select any particular data, use the copy command. So, that gets stored in the clipboard. Once again, if I copy another data, it will be stored in clipboard. So, the last one will be in the first, and when you paste, the last one will be pasted. That means, whatever you copied at the last will be pasted in this location. Say if I want to paste it now, so the last one which I copied is available here. So, I will remove that. Once again, I will copy some other data. So, this is how you can keep on copying the data. So, whenever you want to paste, you can paste it in any order you want. You can select this, you can paste another data, whichever is available in clipboard. So, this is how the clipboard works. Fill series option. Fill series option is used to copy data in one cell to adjacent cells. You can fill the series so that it will fill the data automatically. So, you can fill numbers, or you can use it for days, you can use it for months, or you can use it for to fill some common text, and also it is helpful in using formulas or copying formulas. Now, let us see how to make use of fill series. I will try to generate some numbers. So, I will press 1 in the first cell and 2 in the second cell. Select both first and second, and then you move the mouse cursor. So, you should observe the changes in the mouse pointer. So, now it is a larger plus symbol, and now it is in small black color. Okay, so you can just drag using the mouse pointer to generate the series. You can do it to generate odd numbers, even numbers. So I am selecting this 2, then I am placing the cursor at the corner, then I am using it. Similarly, I will do for this selection, then place the cursor, observe the mouse pointer, then use the fill series. Similarly, you can do it for month name. So here no need of entering second one. By entering the first one itself, you can use the fill series. You can use the full form of this, or you can use the short form. Similarly, if you are having some weekdays, you can use it. If you are having some month name, or if you are having some particular date, so you can use the fill series. So this is how the fill series work. In the later stage, we can also see how we can copy the formula. Similar to find and replace option, which is present in MS Word, in Excel also you can search for a word or phrase from the active spreadsheet using the find and replace option, which is present in Home tab. So it will search for each and every cell in a sheet and search for the corresponding or matching text, which is provided in find what box. So to use find and replace, click on the find option, which is present in Home tab, and then click on what information you want to search. So you can click find next. It will search for the cells in the particular sheet. You can search any other information. You can search. So it will keep on searching. You can use some options. You can use options whether it is match case, okay, whether you want to search from other sheets, then you can use workbook option. So similar to Word, you can also use find and replace. That means you can find some information, you can replace with other text. So you can click on replace command. Find next. So whichever is correct, use the replace command. So this is how you can search for the information, and also you can replace some information present in a sheet or in a workbook. Excel supports number of calculation, and that is the most important feature or property of MS Excel. That is the reason why we depend on Excel so much. So in this video we will understand some basics of using formula. That means how we can do some addition, subtraction, or use some simple calculations in a sheet. We will look at with an example. So Excel supports to do calculations on numerical, text, date type of data. You can use formula and functions which uses cell values and addresses. As we discussed, you know that each and every cell is having some unique cell address. And one thing you should remember, cell containing formula always begins with an equal sign. Otherwise, if you just type a text, it will treat it as a normal text. If you start with an equal sign, it will treat it as a formula. So let us see how to make use of simple calculations in Excel. So now let us see how to make use of formula and do some simple calculation in Excel. So any cell will support formula. That means you can start using equal sign and you can do the calculation. Equals I am using again equals. So this is how you can do some simple calculation in any cell. You can also use cell reference. Say for example, I am having some two values. I want to add this. I will use the reference. That means 10 is present in D2. That is the cell address. So column name, row number. Similarly, so this 20 is present in D3. So D2 plus D3. Whatever changes you make for this value or the cell address, it will affect the result. It will support multiplication, addition, division, and even say product price. I want to multiply with tax. So say for example it is around 15,000 and the tax I want to do it as 18%. I can do like this, equals G2 into 18 percentage symbol. You need not divide by 100. You can use percentage. I can add this, equals G2 plus G3. So this is how you can do some simple calculation in Excel. So let us see some details about formulas in later stage. Save an Excel spreadsheet. You can save the workbook in which you entered text or information to use it at a later stage. So the spreadsheet will be saved in the computer's hard disk. You can provide the path where you want to save the file. So click on the file option, or you can click on the save button, click on file, then you can use save option and browse for the folder where you want to save the file. Here I am using E drive and I am using my works. In this I am going to save this as employee details. Whatever name is appropriate, you can provide that, then click the save button. So you can observe the file name which is present in the title bar. So this is how you can save the file. You can close this and also you can close the application. If you want to open it, you can also click on file, open, and you can get it in the recent spreadsheet, that is recent workbook, or if it is not available, then only you can go for file, open, and you can open this browse option to select where the file is present. So I will click on E drive and I will select the my works and I can open from here. But in my case it is already present in recent file. If I click on open, I can get the recent one. So I will click on file, I will click open. So in the recent workbooks I will get the employee details. So this is how you can save a file, close and open a spreadsheet file. Summary. So in this video we learned what are the uses of Excel spreadsheet, what are the components that are present in an spreadsheet window, how to make use of cell references, how to enter data, how to navigate in a sheet, how to move, copy contents of a cell or range of cells, how to fill the series, and how to make use of find and replace option, and how to do some simple calculations in Excel, and how to save an Excel file.